What is up, Terry Game? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps out a ton. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing chapter 191 of My Hero Academia. So I've been thinking I wanted to review the latest chapter of My Hero Academia, which is somewhere up to 300. So that would mean that I have to read from 190 where season 4 ends and I start from 191 where season 5 will eventually start, right? We'll start from. Yeah, so I was thinking should I read all these chapters just on my own and no sharing to you guys? Nah. While I'm reviewing these, while I'm reading them, I'll also be reviewing them to you guys. And I know they're already out there and they're really old, but I just want to share it because obviously season 5 is coming soon and this would be actually the perfect time to actually do this. So stick around to find out more. And I'll be reviewing more mangas like Naruto, like Black Clover, like Jujutsu Kaisen as well, and just more out there. And yeah, I'm obviously now an anime reviewer / gamer / Reddit reviewer. Yeah, so stick around to find out or to see more of the projects that I have for you guys. Yeah, My Hero Academia. The chapter is called Derby, Hawks, and Endeavor. Yeah, which is really cool. So let's dive right into it. So Derby comes to the scene, and Derby is the guy who's in the League of Villains, and he shoots out blue flames and all. Yeah. So Derby comes to the scene after Endeavor fought the crazy Namu. He surrounds Endeavor and Hawks with flame. So season 4 ended with Endeavor fighting the weird super normal, right? And it got him beat up. Endeavor couldn't even do anything but raise his hand after that fight. And then just imagine after that, another villain comes to the fight, and that's one of the strongest League of Villains villain. Yeah. So he comes in and then just surrounds them with flames, So the news helicopter alerts everyone that one of the members of the League of Villains is here. So the news helicopter obviously picked it up, so what's going on down there? And everyone immediately started freaking out, yo, why are they doing this right now? Why are they doing this right now? So Eraserhead is shocked that he just shows up right in the open. And these guys usually don't do these things. They're usually secretive about most of their doings, So it was actually shocking for them to do this. And obviously Todoroki recognized him because they fought once at that training camp, I think. Yeah. So he tells Hawks, or Derby tells Hawks, that he's only come to get the Namu, which was really weird. Okay, yeah, I understand the Namu were made by the League of Villain members somehow. So I get that. Yeah, Hawks can't fight because he used up all the feathers, but he tells Endeavor to take it easy because he will handle him. For those of you who don't know, Hawks' powers are him controlling the feathers on his wings. He can control each and one of his feathers. So he used most of them in the last season while fighting the same normal. They got burnt up and all. Yeah, I don't really see how he would be able to fight this guy. But luckily, Mirko, the number 5 pro hero, comes to the rescue. And her quirk is called a bunny quirk, just like Tsuyu Asui. Yeah, Tsuyu Asui, the girl with the frog quirk. I covered her in my quirk encyclopedia video. Yeah. She has an animal quirk. She has an animal-like quirk that allows her to do almost anything that said animal can do. So obviously she can hop around, has heightened senses, and she's really fast, right? So that's really good, and she's really come at the perfect time because both of them are just worn out. I doubt if they could even fight right now. Yeah, so Derby decides to go away, but before he leaves, he tells Endeavor to keep going, to keep doing his things and not to go dying on him, which was really odd for a villain to say that. I don't know why he would say that. But yeah, I don't know, let's just stick to it. So yeah, Marco kicks Derby away and the public gets informed that the danger is gone. So Marco just comes in with this weird jet kick and just kicks his face and just sends Derby flying, which was really cool. Yo. Now after that, Hawks goes to talk to Derby in private. Hawks asks Derby about some actual cooperation. What? When I was reading this actually got me what does it mean by some actual cooperation? Which got me thinking, is Hawks a traitor? Well, yes and no. Stick around to the end of the video to find out what why he did that. Yeah. So Hawks asks Darby why the normal was clearly a cut above the rest, and he replies by saying he was testing its capabilities. Hawks also mentions that they were not supposed to meet in the downtown, but the next day at the factory by the waterfront. So this is actually showing like these guys had a plan, and they were not supposed to meet like when he came to cover Endeavor and Hawks in like Blue Flames. They were supposed to meet at the factory. Yeah. So obviously he said that he was testing the capabilities and all. Yeah. And I know what you're thinking. Is Hawks working with the League? Well, no, he's a double agent. He works for the League to get intel to report to the heroes, and the hero agency sent him to pose as a villain in the League and act as if he's working for them to get intel from the heroes. Kind of remind you of any other character or any other anime character. Yes. This sounds like Itachi's doing, right? And I hope it doesn't end up like Itachi. Yeah, Itachi was sent like to get intel from the Uchiha clan, and the Uchiha clan was sending Itachi to go get intel from like the other clan and villages and all, because obviously the Uchihas were isolated and were not really given like information by the village. So this kind of reminds me of that situation, but in this scenario it's mostly the heroes actually like getting all the intel. Yeah. So Darby tells Hawks that they're both a little guilty. Asked you for someone kind of strong, but you brought the top dog himself. If it wasn't much of a test, Hawks replies, I thought you'd be thrilled to inflict the kind of damage onto him. So this is basically Darby saying that yo, I brought this normal, right? And you say that you'd bring you'd bring a strong enough hero to like face it off and all. And then surprise Hawks brings the number one hero. So like it wasn't even his fault that happened, right? It was mostly Hawks' fault. Yeah. So Darby starts to have his doubts about Hawks because there were 0 casualties. Hawks just tells him he can't go losing the public's trust, and that actually makes sense. Like he can't just go not rescuing anyone. He's still a hero after all, and the more faith they have in him, the juicier the intel he can get. That's to the League's advantage. So this is Hawks just trying to play mind games with Darby, right? Yeah. And what he does it for the League. And this is Hawks still telling Darby that. Yeah. And then Darby replies, fine, but you don't get a face-to-face with the boss just yet. I feel like the boss is Shigaraki, right? Last time I checked, Shigaraki was like the top dog. He even got 0 for 1. Sorry, he got 0 for 1. Yeah. Hawks goes back to the hero organization and he tells them the info that he got, and they mention something like the Nomu's powers came from 0 for 1. That's chilling. Yeah, that's really bad. Like, yo, these things are literally getting the powers from one of the strongest villains ever. Yeah, and 0 for 1 is a weird quirk. So see, it gets like any power that it wants, and it just does it for one person, and that person can give it that power to like another person, right? So it obviously the Shigaraki has so many powers that he can just give them to the normal, yeah. So Hawks asks what of the people they might hurt while he's infiltrating. Should he just turn a blind eye to that? And the organization just tells him he can and he will, and that's the way it has to be, right? Again, this is just like Itachi. Like Itachi was told to literally kill all his clan members and all, and he just had to take all the responsibility with him, which was really bad. Yeah. Hawks goes to see how Endeavor is doing, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen like Hawks. And that's the first time I've ever seen Endeavor with just a normal face without the fire coming out of him. He looked really weird. Yeah, and I can't wait to see that in the anime. So yeah, the chapter just ends with Darby thinking about the people, like how he can rescue them, which was really good. Like he has to think, he's still a hero after all. Yeah. And leave your comment below what you think about this review, and tell me what other videos or what other manga chapters you want me to review. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Terry Gang.